Well, you know what time it is. It's time for Umamusume's gold ships in real life lore. Yes! But first, special thanks to Anonymous for requesting and funding this on sponsor, linked in the pinned if you want to request a video yourself.
Gold ship, the most
Now let's get going.
in this world.
Alien?
As we go through the famous phases of the Stego clan, we have seen the dumb, the foolish, the not so clever, and we finally reached the stupid one. This family really was something.
The best one.
Here, you probably already know him, the horse behind the 12 billion yen incident. You know it, I know it. If this family were an all-you-can-eat buffet, then Gold Ship was the master chef behind them. You never asked,
truly,
just kept serving.
Oh my gosh.
So let's go back to the beginning and see the full story of how this unsinkable ship first set sail.
The best ship.
The story began all the way back to 1964. In that year, a filly was born at Symbolic Farm. Her name could be translated as Sweet Flag. On paper, Sweet Flag was nothing special. She never won a major race, finishing her career with 34 stars and 7 wins. Racing in Japan was also in the developing phase. Earlier on, some of these lines weren't even meant for racing, but as preparation for war horses. By modern standard, this older female lines lack sharpness. Therefore, a horse like Sweet Flag would normally fade away in history. But a young man at the race course became deeply attached to this horse that he wanted to continue her female line. His name was Kobayashi Eiichi. And just like that,
that's nice.
The young man was about to rewrite the stars.
The best stars.
After 18 years of hard work, Kobayashi became a successful businessman and got an ownership license. The first thing he did was searching for any horse related to Sweet Flag. At the time, her bloodline had already disappeared, but his trainer friend still found something and phoned him up. I might have the horse you're looking for. Can you come here right now? And Kobayashi really
So in a sense, Kobayashi really is like a huge fan of that horse, huh? It's kind of sweet in a way, especially since those types of horses do tend to fade away in history. But at least that horse had its fan so that, you know, she can continue her bloodline in a different way. Or at least leave her legacy down some way or another.
To the farm that day. It was there he saw a filly. Her mother was the sister of Sweet Flag.
Oh, wow!
A Canadian Hall of Famer, the minstrel. Seeing the horse, Kobayashi was so grateful that he purchased her on the spot and probably thinking, who is the minstrel? After naming the horse Pastoralism, she would go on to have a poor career, but that didn't matter at all. The intention of purchasing her was to continue the female line, which led to the
doesn't care about wins.
How do you breed the best horse? For centuries, breeders had chased that answer, but if you strip it all down, the formula only has 2 factors. Let me ask all you Umamusume players, how do you train the best Uma for PvP? If you say,
I don't know.
Well, I sign up every day and grind the crap out of this game, you have the right answer. But you could also say, I just wail. Then you are also correct. Please send me your name, your credit card number, and your address to receive
Yes, me too.
Time and money. This will always be the most important factor in breeding. And thankfully for Kobayashi-san, he had a little bit of both. And just like that,
the true Umamusume whale player
about to create one of the most unpredictable horses. In 1993, Pastoralism retired and became a broodmare. Kobayashi didn't hold back. He sent her to the Hall of Famer Majima Queen. Next year came a great filly called Point Flag. Like Point Flag was big. Very big. Even before her debut, she was already 500 kilograms. But with a pleasant
surprise, how big is 500 kilograms?
Getting podium finish.
Wait, so what is the typical like average weight for a horse? Because I assume 500 kilograms is like pretty excessive. If you guys know what the average is, please let me know down below. Because it's kind of hard to tell on the top of my head since I don't really, you know, it's not like I have a horse, so it's not like I know what the what the actual standard is in terms of what's the normal average weight for a typical, let's say, medium-sized horse, for example. Because I assume there's different weight averages for depending on like how big the actual horse is too. I'm not really sure what gold ship is considered medium.
Just all 6 races. Kobayashi can't help to wonder, was he able to breed a serious horse so early on? But that hope didn't last. Point Flag never won anything
So sad.
After an injury, he retired her for stud. What mattered was still continuing the line. In the years
So
following,
motivated.
he rode her with renowned horses like Fuji Kiseki and Gold Allure. But there was a problem. As mentioned before, Point Flag's female line was outdated. Nejiro McQueen at the time also did not have any G1 offspring. Choosing the right stallion became increasingly difficult. And it was during that time, Dream Journey won the Asahi High. The result gave Kobayashi an idea. In 2008, Point Flag was bred with
Stay Gold.
The following year, a foal was born in Hokkaido, and that horse was Gold Ship. With a size like a coin, carrying the spirit of Stay Gold, Gold Ship officially set sail.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
Goldship made his debut as the second favorite. After the gate opened, he settled near the back, gradually improving his position. Swing for home, he unleashed a full charge, winning by a record time. 2 months after, Goldship was sent off to win in similar fashion. Then his first 2 stake races ended in second place both times. That concluded
pretty good.
his 2-year-old season. But as time went by, fans were setting a higher expectation for Goldship.
No, why would you?
Orfab was tearing down the sport in spectacular fashion.
Oh, because of that. That makes sense, actually.
Became the field to win the dual Grand Prix. The stigma combination had officially shocked the sport. Naturally, Goldship had spotlight on him from the very beginning. And soon, he would beat several strong rivals such as Deep Brillante at the Kyoto News High, officially earned the ticket to Satsuki Sho.
Ow. So he really had everything going for him.
15, the stage was set for the first leg of the Triple Crown Satsuki Sho. Goldship was the 4th favorite. The prestige of the Satsuki Sho does not need further explanation. Regardless of the result, after this race, there can only be one horse qualified to challenge the Triple Crown. Because the jockey Uchida had narrowly missed victory with Velexina the week before, this stage became a perfect stage to announce his comeback. And it's also here. We are witness the most rewatched Satsuki Sho in the history.
For a good reason?
The gate opened. Goldship broke poorly, typical stuff. Watching him run for the first 90% of the race, you're just sitting there thinking, it's over. With the 2 front runners setting a strong pace, the field
Okay, so he's probably gonna win then.
Goldship was at the rear. But there was one detail worth mentioning. The day before, with the heavy rain, the inside turf was badly worn. As a result, when the field approached the final turn, almost every horse abandoned the rail, choosing to swing wide for better ground. And out of
That
nowhere,
makes
a gray
sense.
shadow shot up along the inside. Uchida and Goldship did the exact opposite of everyone else, hugging the worst part of the track, cutting from last place straight to the front. Overwhelming, unconventional, almost absurd. But the result was decided at this very moment.
Oh my gosh. Wow, Goldship. Wow. Oh. That's like 2 horses length 3? No, it was like 2 or 1-ish.
When people look back from the future, they will say this is the Goldship War. When Kobayashi remembered back at this moment, he said
That's
he wasn't
crazy.
feeling a rush of excitement, but rather a fulfilling moment that all the time and effort he poured into his love had finally come to fruition. 2 years in a row, the Stay Gold line had produced something special, and now all eyes were on this new Grey Star. Is Goldship going to create another legendary moment at a derby? People were waiting.
I'm sure he will. But whether it's in a good way or not,
talk about at the derby.
never mind.
Instead, let's talk about the people behind Goldship. Unlike many,
I keep thinking that he always is going to do something like funny. I don't know why. I guess that's the image he kind of has, or I guess Goldship in general. That's the kind of image that I think of whenever I think about Goldship. Not really about like the power and potential that he has, but just the personality that he has is like so iconic now, right? But I really do like the fact that somehow Goldship is probably the least like violent, sort of like violent, as in doesn't make the jockey go flying every single time, which is kind of amazing. I'm obviously he has his own issues too, but in the overall scheme of things, his personality isn't as bad. I hope, but then again, we're not even halfway, so I guess we'll see.
Goship had no real connection to Shadai. That meant fewer advantages, whether in training resources or jockey selection. The trainer Sugai Naosuke was not any famous trainer. He was the jockey for Goship's mother Point Flag, but he was never a first-class jockey. After becoming a trainer for 4 years, Goship was his first stake winner. Owner Kobayashi also was a private owner without
that
any
makes
connection
sense.
to Shadai. On paper, this looked like an underdog team. But the jockey, Uchida Hiroyuki, was not an ordinary jockey. During those years, he was one of the top-ranked jockeys in Japan.
Bang!
After coming back from an injury, he returned in 2012 and was able to do well on
He did that as a 47-year-old?
Additionally,
He's
his background setting him apart from the others. Before moving to JRA, he had already building a legendary career in regional racing.
Those
In
flips!
2006 alone, he scored over 500 wins in a single.
I'm not supposed to be impressed by, you know, the achievements that he made, and I am. But I'm more amazed by the fact that I don't know if in the actual footage he's actually 47 and he's doing all those flips, but man, whenever I see someone, even in real life, like whenever I see someone do all those kinds of flips, I'm just like, how are you not scared? I'm always scared that if I were to do something like that, I would just break my neck and die.
That experience shaped his riding style, capable of maintaining balance on soft ground and making.
I mean, if you could do that, it makes sense.
That others wouldn't. Therefore, other conventional jockey might struggle with a horse doing things his own way, but he and only he could pull off that legendary moment at the Satsuki Sho. And at the Kikasho, he was about to produce another legendary moment. 2012 Kikasho, Goship was the overwhelming favorite. The reasoning was simple. Goship was a long-distance horse, and more
that makes
importantly,
sense.
the other top finishers in the Derby were all absent for one reason or another. So in theory, this was supposed to be a boring victory for Goship.
Why does it feel like it's not gonna be boring?
Straight to the back. Nothing unusual, at least not yet. When the field completed the first lap and approached the long uphill slope at the Kyoto, Goship made the move.
There we go, slowly moving forward.
Not in the final stretch, not near the final turn. This is my way to set the race ablaze. After Mr. CB, another horse dared to challenge the forbidden rule of Kyoto racecourse. Swinging to the outside, he began overtaking horses one by one. From second,
It's like, yep, this is just the way to go.
Up the hill. Against logic, a performance reminiscent of Mr. CB. And once again, a horse was doing the unthinkable.
Gold ship! Ooh. Oh!
After the Satsuki Sho, Goship went on to win the Kikasho. He had already become the double crown winner. Both of them
Dang, Gold Ship.
impressive and entertaining. Naturally, he entered the Arima Kinen, the favorite at 2.8 odds. His biggest rivals include the Asian Flash and his master, Rulership. And this race right from the start was a.
Would you say that Mr. CB and Gold Ship are kind of similar in terms of like their way of tackling the races or like what their strengths are? Because it does feel like if they're both doing like similar things, like, you know, breaking the rules or whatnot, especially in a long distance one, then are they pretty similar? Because I don't know enough about Mr. CB's actual like in real life lore stuff, but I am very curious if that is the case.
Legend.
さあスタート注目イデオアイアンホース第57回グランプリ有馬記念スタート煽ったルーラー尻尾をかけて遅れ
As the gate opened, Rulership suddenly stood up and taught Goship what's the right way to do it. Goship had also broken slowly, maybe still savoring Rulership's commanding gate break. The two meme horses found themselves near the back, casually trailing the field.
They're both meme horses?
Rulership already moved up the position, but Goship was still near the loss. And then he moved. From the outside, Goship began accelerating.
He just really likes the outside, huh?
One by one. At the same time, the rest of the field also moved, so Goship still wasn't clear swinging to home. And then, without the guidance of the jockey, Goship found a gap, a step to the side, and a spur from his dad. In an instant, the jockey was sending flying kicks to the crowd.
Oh, he really does excel at the outside though. Whoa! That's unreal how fast that gap closed.
Double crown in Alima, Goship officially became the new Grey Monster.
Oh my gosh.
As the wave of racing excitement swept across Japan, Nakayama Racecourse was filled with energy, and beyond
That would make
Japan,
sense.
attention also began to grow. Goship became the highest rated 3-year-old in world rating, something very rare back then. Looking back at his classic result, 6 stars, 5 wins. Every victory was highly entertaining, with everything fell into places. Surely
Goship's
he
the
would become
best.
the horse of the year, right? At the end of
Probably
voting,
not.
he was unanimously voted best 3-year-old colt, but for horse of the year, he received only 21 votes. Why? Because in the same year, another monster appeared at the other side of the classic. The 4th filly to win the Triple Tiara went on to the Japan Cup and defeated Orfev with 250 votes, crowning as the horse
She
of the
deserves
year,
it.
Gentle Donna. And these two were meant to cross paths.
Now what kind of crossing path that will be?
Japan Cup and Alima Kinen at 3-year-old season is extremely rare, and at 4-year-old season, Goship began the traditional spring route, Hanshin Daishoten, Tennosho, and the Takarazuka Kinen. After an easy win at Hanshin, the Tennosho saw him as the heavy favorite. It made perfect sense. In fact, the commentator of the race, Okaya-san, when he was preparing with another program director going into the race, they were saying, that long of a spur. If he began his charge, who can stop that long run? No way others could beat him. So he went into the race, totally
that-
the of Goship was going to win. And
That's
he
probably
was
not gonna happen.
criticized afterward, but let's not talk about that. At 1.3
boy.
odds, the betting reflected total dominance, but the truth was, 2013 gathered a high-level Tennosho field. Before the race, the famous jockey Ando-san pointed out, Goship has shown his weakness, and if any other horses is going to punish that, it will be Fenomeno. Another song of Stay Gold, was from the same
Well
generation.
then, this is gonna be quite something.
Where 2 horses carrying the same bloodline faced each other. And that first time they met, there was tension going between them. There were stories that after
Oh,
the derby,
really?
whenever they crossed paths, 2 of them would refuse to yield to one another. At the Derby, Fenomeno was so close to winning. However, when their last season ended, Fenomeno did not come out on top. His team didn't fully recognize his strength over long distance, so instead of going to the Kikasho, he moved to Tennosho Autumn and once again finished second by a narrow margin to Ace in Flash. Then another loss was granted in the high-level Japan Cup.
Dang,
This
that
result quietly
sucks.
buried his reputation. By the time the Tennosho arrived, most people didn't see him as a real threat to Goship. But
Goship
Fenomeno
screwed, huh?
wasn't like Goship's previous rivals. He wasn't shaken by pre-race provocation from Goship. His team did not care about the public expectation. They knew they had never lost to Goship, and this time, they will not lose to him either. For fans,
This is
who were
so
expecting
tense.
Goship to continue his dominance, instead, they witnessed Fenomeno's relentless, even terrifying ability. To
Oh,
avoid the same mistake, Uchida began working with Goship for the revenge at the Takarazuka Kinen. At the race, Goship was the second favorite, Fenomeno third, and the
So
favorite
funny and cute.
was that horse you have been waiting for. They say she's even better than you, Gentle Donna. For each one of them, this
gosh,
was the
now it's like
perfect stage
2.
to prove who really stood at the top of the generation. Especially for Goship, if he lost again, his double crown would always come with the shadow that his rival weren't there. So this became a true showdown.
They
Free
really
of the
needed to
back.
win, huh?
One stage, one answer. The race began. As expected, the 8-year-old veteran still poured shot to the front, taking the
Dang,
place
that's
in what would be his
so
retirement
far
race, even if the
ahead.
spotlight wasn't his anymore. He was determined to leave the race with one last statement. Gentle Donut settled near the third, and then the crowd reacted in excitement because Goldship didn't drop to the back.
Goldship really doesn't want to lose.
Yes, this time Goldship stayed forward, sitting just behind Gentle Donut. The rivalry was formed from the very beginning. For Gentle Donut, no way she could win this race easily. As they came off the final turn, Goldship and Gentle Donut surged forward side by side. At the time, her jockey tried to repeat what had worked in the Japan Cup to push her rival away. But this time, the opponent was over 500 kilo, inherited that size of
Oh yeah, this is that race. Okay, now I remember.
inch, completely push her right back.
Remember from Gentle Donut's
any chance.
in real life lore video. And there he goes.
After the
Win!
race, Goldship officially proved that he belonged to the very top of his generation. But as we all know, for the Stema combination, if their classic year showed the dominant side of Mechiro McQueen, then after that was just completely stay gold in life. His autumn season was... Actually, let's not talk about that.
I like how it's the Korean news.
And jump straight to the high note. As the year reached its final chapter, we arrive at the moment everyone had been waiting for, the fated showdown within the Gold family. Goldship versus all of it. From the
Oh
very
boy.
beginning, the comparison had never stopped between them. And for Goldship, Orfev was the benchmark, the final boss. Two sons of the Gold family. The clash of Gold had arrived. Fans wanted to see him properly be the best and prove that a new era had truly begun.
共に進もう
I don't know if that's gonna happen. It's Goldship after all. No worries, I understand your pain.
Just last year, riding on the hype of Alima Kinen, Keba Beat held a Dream Alima fan vote for the strongest horse. Don't take the votes too seriously, everyone has their own answer. But on the top of the list, Orfev was leading by quite a margin. I wouldn't say Goldship does not have a chance because everything is possible. But Orfev and Nakayama could dictate pace at will, slicing the race into whatever fraction he pleased. When the surge of Orfev came so early, the clash of gold ended in a bittersweet note.
I mean, it makes sense though, considering.
It's not Goldship was weak, it's just I really can't imagine how Orfev could lose in Nakayama. The
Orfev is just too
never stopped
strong.
moving forward. And in a strange way, Orfev's retirement didn't leave a void. It created more anticipation. Because for the
Goldship?
first time in years, the throne was truly vacant. It's like the
That's
lightweight
true.
division after Kabe retired. When a dominant force disappeared, the whole next conversation suddenly exploded. The face of Stego lineage, Goldship,
So
the
cute.
ultimate daughter of Deep Impact, Gentle Donut, the fully
She's
awakened
so cool.
Just Away, the returning powerhouse wing variation. And among them, the most talked about was the rising star, Kizuna.
Kizuna? Whoa, that's surging forward.
One of the best songs of Deep Impact, written by the legendary Take Yutaka, with the same
Okay, yeah, that makes
nostalgic
sense.
style to win the derby. Not only defeating strong rivals, but also other races at the derby day suggest highly impossible win for end closer. However, the team was brimming with confidence.
I'm actually amazed by how many horses there were, at least during that time period, where they were considered powerful in their own right. Because when it always feels like whenever I watch these videos on about the horses, each one has their own legend, but it always feels like a lot of those legends are pretty close together in terms of like when it happens, which makes me realize like just how amazing the breeding is done, because obviously they do the breeding as much as they can for the best ones. And then obviously those would end up fighting against each other in the races, but it really does make me realize just how much Bloodline can really introduce the strengths within the other horses, like passing them down. Wow, the power of DNA truly is amazing in its own right, huh? Also, if you're enjoying this so far, then be sure to hit the like and comment below and share my video with a friend to spread the fun. You can also give early and full access to all of my content here by joining my squad here on YouTube.
This horse can fight the impossible.
Power bloodline in horse racing.
Strong races, defeating ARC runner-up Flingsher and Derby winner ruler of the world. But what's more impressive was the story behind him and Take Yutaka, a touching tale about redemption.
Is there gonna be a video on that?
And so, as the calendar turned to 2014,
that was in 2014?
No clear
Wow.
just a convergence of champions, rivals,
too many legends,
stars, each carrying their own story, their own claim, their own ambition. Together, they made 2014 one of the most electrifying years in history. Dubai World Cup night, Just Away delivered a performance that perfectly embodied what Japanese racing had preached for decades. Horse racing as a matter of boxing. Blasting past the field over 6 lanes, that single run crowned him the world's highest rated horse of the year. And the night wasn't done yet. Gentle Donut returned with vengeance.
Oh yeah.
2 brutal checks, powering home in record-breaking fashion. Redemption in authority.
So much
the momentum carried into
power
the
authority
season, with a new star
showcasing
on the Philly line. Hopstar, like Deep Impact, she dazzled fans with her signature lost to first dive, turning every.
Okay, I feel like the 2 names that I hear repeatedly is actually no, 3 names: Megiddo McQueen, Stay Gold, and then Deep Impact. It's like those 3 are like the main, most important horses so far that I have seen. In terms of like being related to, is those 3, at least within the Japanese horse racing so far. But then again, like right now I am watching Stay Gold once, so that makes sense. But I hear Deep Impact so many times that it's like, oh, I still need to like, I don't know who Deep Impact is. I mean, like as in like is there Umamusume for Deep Impact? I don't think so, right? Or maybe there is. Well, if there is, I don't think I've seen her, or maybe I have, but just maybe like once, maybe, or like few times. But I kind of want to know more about Deep Impact's story at one point, because it just feels like that name just comes up so many times and clearly has a very strong bloodline too.
Raced into a highlight reel. At the same time, Goship was like Goship, securing back-to-back victories in the Hanshin Daisho 10 and setting his sight firmly on the Tennosho Spring. Standing before him was Wing Variation and the star of the future, Kizuna, and Kizuna was the heavy favorite. His previous win at Osaka High was so impressive that the train.
連覇か悲願かはどうですかゴールドシップがもう燃えてますこれはどうかスタートに影響するかさあ行こう春の天皇賞スタート注目です飛び出しましたで遅れた
Is this the incident?
Goship was struck with injury. Kizuna was forced into a year-long absence. Meanwhile, Goship's injury made me feel like watching a football game. I swear this family is run by a Voltorb. All they know is self-explode. But not the winner Fenomeno. Once again, he set himself ablaze for the glory. After the
Go Fenomeno!
In the Victoria Mile, Velasina secured back-to-back victories. The Satsuki Kinen was captured by just a way, but the underdog from 2011 generation pushed him to the limit. Then came the Takarazuka Kinen. This time we had a smaller but still elite field. Goship, Gentle Donut, and Wing Variation were the race top favorite. Despite the up and down, Goship was still the favorite. In fact, his odds never drop out of the top 2 in Japan.
That's actually pretty impressive in a different way.
Relationship with his family. This time back to his home turf Hanshin. Under the veteran jockey, the race began. Why was Goship so good at this race? Takarazuka Kinen often
I would like to know that too.
Speed over a long middle phase, then still having enough left to finish. By the time the stretch comes, most horses are already drained, so both stamina and ability to sustain the mid-section chase become critical. On top of that, the race takes place during the rainy season.
Rainy.
It's often soft. Not every
Yeah,
horse
that's
can
definitely
handle
gonna be a
that ground.
pain.
And for Goship, everything about him was perfect for this race. Despite not having the gate speed, Noli-san showcased his experience as a seasoned jockey, capable to urge Goship of all horses forward without any signal.
Wow.
After this win, the Stego family had officially won 9 out of the last 12 Grand Prix.
Wow, Gold Ship. Look at that long stretch and gap in
Also
between.
after this win, the connection made their move to the biggest goal of Goship this year, the Arc. But before that,
Wow,
Goship
okay.
won a pop star at the Sapporo Kinen. Because many teams treat it as a warm-up for the autumn season, Sapporo Kinen is often referred to as a Super G2. Moreover,
Super
as Sapporo
G2,
race
okay.
course, the turf is designed as heavier turf the same in Europe. So this race along with Takarazuka Kinen is often used as a stepping stone for campaigns in Europe. Perfect for both
That would
Goship
make
and
sense.
Popstar.
スタートしました逃げる6番統計ヘイロー今年も逃げますもう2投目にハーフスターそこから4馬身が来ました
Too far back.
This became an excitement clash between the end closer. Both of them stay at the very back and enter a long and hard pounding duel at the end. But because
right there, huh?
race with a notably lighter carrying weight of 52 kilo, Goship ended in close and almost predictable defeat. Still very promising, if not more promising from Goship. These two together with just a weight. 3 of them set their foot onto a Paris fashion show.
Oh, Paris fashion show.
At the Arc, it was hype for Japan. First time seeing
3 of them.
horses.
That's
No clear
intense.
favorite going into the Arc. Firm ground. Many were saying Japan got a real chance. Not Goship. They kind of expect Goship to do something weird. But who would thought?
I love how Gold Ship doesn't even have any
The
expectations.
most underlooked challenger came out on top and was about to pull out the craziest upset, and it's already freaking over. Why did I even have hope? Damn it. Perhaps I have treated you too harshly. None of the Japanese finished top 5. That said, it was still quite interesting reflecting on that period of time. The winner Trev wasn't the favorite going into the race, and that alone tells you how strange a narrative around her had become. The year before, when she crushed the field, the reaction in Japan was just, well, what can you say? She's just incredible. She's the Philly Franco. But next year, when she returned from a layoff with the new jockey, she just couldn't win. She just kept losing. So it was at the time,
that's sad.
Japan's discussion of her began drifting into something strange. Instead of saying she's strong, they tend to focus on she was light, because she only needed to carry 54.5 kilo last year. It was in a strange conversation, and you can't blame Japan for thinking such. At the point, 16 of the previous 20 winners were all 3-year-old with lighter carrying weight. Meanwhile, the older male horses had to shoulder 59.5
59.5, wow.
was the heaviest weight they will almost never carry in Japan. But in Europe, on a debut race, 60 kilo, 61 kilo.
That's so heavy.
So fans were looking at it saying, maybe we should take advantage of that and send our 3-year-old Hop Star. You have to also understand, it was a period where a new wave of fans entered the sport. They could only judge by what they saw. So when they saw the horses defeated Travis,
Basically, the whole issue with the that you see in every fandom, where if they're new, they're going to not have enough understanding and information, and so they just pick apart what they want and what they see, and then just make that as the truth, even if it might not necessarily be the truth. I feel like that's an issue for any kind of community or fandom, or just group of people in general. That tends to be the case, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is, I guess.
that year, Sirius the Sageless, the Fugue, Magician, all strong horses no doubt, but in the eyes of Japanese fans, they were all beaten by their runner that year, somewhat convincingly. It's easy to make assumptions just by what they saw. But once again, Trev just came back with another perfect
Proving
victory.
people wrong.
She's gonna win a second arc, flinches after a second to Gritter behind those. She's done it. Trev back to her best, has won the arc again.
You say you want firm ground? We give you firm ground. You want wait for age advantage? We give you that advantage. But the victory is still ours. And actually after this win, Trev transformed from a horse Japan really questioned to one they deeply respected. By the time she returned for the historical third arc, many in Japan was cheering on her. But Goship was back in Japan, and at the time, another horse shared the same fate similar to Trev. Despite winning the Dubai Shima Classic, Gentle Donut's 5-year-old was not followed with victory. She was really struggling. Heading into the final act of 2014 Arima Kinen, when she was humiliated at the Japan Cup, she was facing a stacked field, with Goship being the favorite. Goship was really good in Nakayama, followed with a field of elite to cap off the year.
That's a tough.
This might be the worst result for Gentle Donut.
Definitely tough.
Gentle Donut became Mad Donut
because she is big
into a ball, securing her final ticket to the Hall of Fame. Goship came a close third, and then the year of madness was finally over.
No, that makes me sad.
Looking back at 2014,
she's so cool.
Overwhelming how many
I love her.
different stars shine at different period of time. That's why this series
it's crazy to
remembered
think
as a
about.
Warring States era. No single ruler, only legends clashing again and again. As a result, just the way
peak of the peak
became the two highest rated horses in the world, and ultimately the horse of the year was given to Gentle Donut. After
Deserved.
beating his rivalry, Goship's mission in the following year was the same as Gentle Donut, a ticket to the Hall of Fame.
Let's see it. The ship that sank Hartwell in a good way or bad.
AJCC, only to finish fourth, but unlike his previous years, it was not a head scratcher anymore. Fans began to learn. When you look at his result after the classic season, you should only bet on him at high speed. Nakayama should consider, but bet on him in Tokyo and Kyoto. You are certified stupid. Tennosho Spring. No way he wins this race. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 11 times. Just look at him right now. The race is over.
Oh, he didn't lose.
The lap time was strong. The performance was strong. Sorry, Goship, I might treat you a little too harshly. And with that momentum, the goal became undeniable. 3 consecutive Takarazuka Kinen victory. Before this, no horse in history had ever completed 3 same G1 victory. And if he could do it, his 7th G1 title would secure his place in the Hall of Fame.
You could do it, Goship.
To Hall of Fame within these 2 years. And we look at the field. The second favorite was the QE2 winner Lechesis with 5.1 odds. Goldship meanwhile was a 1.9 odds favorite. As you can see, this field, unlike the previous 2 years, it was seriously weak. At his first Takarazuka, Goldship destroyed a competitive field and solidified himself the best in his generation. Now, when he was about to enter the Hall of Fame, no one dared to come challenge him. There's no way to lose. Haha. Champion, overwhelming favorite. No,
I bet he loses
this time. His best track, Hanshin, perfect condition in the paddock. No signs of an upset. There really is just no way to lose.
Oh my gosh! What are you doing, Goldship? The despair. Oh my gosh. What are you doing, Goldship?
To the Hall of Fame. There were no more victories for Goldship. At the Arima Kinen, under the watch of over 40,000 people, Goldship stepped onto the track for the final time as a legend everyone had come to say goodbye to. Although he looked actually serious this time, Goldship could no longer find another gear at the end, finished only 8th place. And at that moment, no one knew that the 3rd place finisher would go on to become the new center in the future.
Oh,
settled
okay.
into clarity, this grey monster carrying the name of gold had now carved his name into the sport. From the
doesn't wanna go over there.
out of a love of a single person to the most loved horse from all over the world.
Ow.
Going through all the great, the bad, the bizarre. And now, fully loaded with memories, that shape of gold sailed on.
I love that face. I don't think there's anything. Oh no, there is. Okay. Just had to make sure.
Of the modern day Burma of Australian racing Chautauqua. Elite Drake in. Here we go. And he stood there. He didn't come out. He refuses to leave the barrier. Barry has given up on him. Chautauqua is still in the gates. He has refused.
Oh my gosh, what horse? I don't think is that Gold Ship? I don't think that was Horse Ship, right? It was Gold Ship. I don't even know. It was gray, right? And maybe not. It doesn't look like it. Cause he usually wears like that head thing, right? Gold Ship is the best. Honestly, I'm always impressed by the achievements that the horses make. But Gold Ship has like a special place in my heart because of how funny he is. I mean, obviously, it's not like, you know, he did anything that was like extremely, I guess, off or weird. But his personality is just you can't deny how funny he is. It's probably why he's considered a meme horse in the first place. Although I kind of did hope that, because he is the horse that did. Oh no, that was a different thing, right? Never mind. I was thinking about I think it was the 12 billion yen incident. That was Stay Gold, right? Not Gold Ship. I think I was getting like the two confused incident wise. But Gold Ship. I wonder how you're doing right now if you're alive. It's so hard to tell sometimes if anyone's alive or not whenever I watch these. Because, you know, they could die early for all I know, but then they could be alive for quite a while. Maybe. It's like, I assume Gold Ship is alive though. But then what if he got sick and then he died? Then I guess that wouldn't be the case. I guess you guys will have to let me know if that's the case. But I think out of all the Stay Gold children so far, my favorite is definitely Gold Ship. Even though like I am very impressed by the achievements that the other ones made, and the stories did touch my heart too. There's just something about Gold Ship that I really like. I don't know why. For some reason, I do really like Gold Ship. But in any case, be sure to click on the playlist right here on the screen if you want to see more videos like this one. I think the next one is the in real life lore for, I think it was called Oju Chosan? I can't really recall the name. I know it starts with Oju though. I just don't, and it starts with CH for the second one. I just can't remember the rest of the name. But that's the next one, so I hope you look forward to it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!